Hello and welcome to a short tip tutorial from New Jazz. I just want to show you this very handy and useful tool to look up all the melodic minor modes in any key. These modes are great when improvising jazz. In the description below I will paste a link to a PDF so you can build this very useful tool. The tool is made out of two discs that can rotate upon each other. On the lower disc we have all the melodic minor modes. On the upper disc we have all 12 keys. Now the trick is very simple. We just choose a scale and a key note and point them together. So, if we want to look up, for example, the C Lydian augmented scale, we simply just locate the Lydian augmented here, and then we point the note C to that scale. Pointed out by the 7 modes, we have the C Lydian augmented. C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A and B. Let's play the keys on the piano. Another example. Let's look up the B altered scale. Here we have the altered scale, and we point the B note to that scale. And the B altered scale contains the notes B, C, D, E flat, F, G and A. Let's play the scale on the piano. With small letters in brackets, I have written down the chords that fit each scale. So, if we, for example, stumble upon a D minor 7 flat 5 chord, we just have to locate that type of chord on the disc. Here, minor 7 flat 5. And we can use the half diminished scale. Then we must look up the D half diminished scale, so we point the D note at this scale. And here we got all the keys pointed out by the 7 modes on the disc. Let me give you another example. What scale can we play over the 7 chord? We can play, for example, the Lydian dominant scale. And if the chord is a G7, we just spin our way to the G note. And here we got the improvisation material for our G7 chord, the G Lydian dominant scale. In another lesson we built a similar disc, the Circle of Church Modes. In that video you can check out how I connect the 2 discs with some sewing thread and 2 shirt buttons. Well, my sewing skills are not very great, but anyway I will paste a link to that lesson in the description below. Now, what I just like to do is to sit by my piano and study this tool to become familiar with the 7 modes. So my advice is that you build this circle, go to your instrument, spin the 2 discs around, play the different scales, and listen to the different sounds. When studying this tool, you may find it interesting that any specific mode is actually pointed out by all the other modes. So, for example, the D melodic minor mode is pointed out by this mode, and this mode, and this mode, and so on. We also recognize that the different modes can share the same keys. So the D melodic minor share keys with E Dorian flat 2, that share keys with F Lydian augmented scale, and so on. The only difference of these scales is the starting point. In music theory, we say that each mode is in different degrees of each other. So, all the 7 modes are in many ways strongly related to each other. I use the expression that the scales are in the same circular family. There are other circular families to discover, by the way. For example, the family of church modes. We have learned a lot about this church mode family in a previous lesson. I will paste a link in the description below. So, my point is, just by watching and study this circular tool, we will learn the very DNA of this family of melodic minor modes. In another video, we learn a lot more about the melodic minor modes and how to use them when playing 2-5-1 chord progressions. I will paste a link to that lesson in the description below. Okay, I hope this video was useful, and you are very much welcome to support my work with $1 or $2 on Patreon or PayPal. Support helps me to cut down the hours at my regular work, so I can make even more free new jazz lessons on YouTube. The best and warm regards from Oliver Prehn.